training, studied the durability of this machine. It is finally here. The blood, the sweat, the tears put into this project, and it's finally here. Corn-fed Fred and his associates have poured their life savings into this project, and it looks like we do have takeoff. And now getting some air, the journey has finally begun. Relieved with the successful takeoff, people are now walking away. The mission has officially begun, and it goes from bon voyage instantly back into the garage. My God, what a short trip that was. It's quite obvious the parts were imported from China. After years of intense training,
Hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a hectic damn day, hasn't it?
Hello there. Holy guacamole,
Hello.
that video was wild. I want to survive.
I
How are you
think
doing,
we got
brother?
yeeted for sure.
I am doing tired. That's what I'm doing. I'm tired. It's a Tuesday. Yeah. I don't know.
Welcome
Tuesdays
back.
for me is like a Monday for most people. It's just drop ass-itis all the way home.
I feel you. I feel you. Welcome back to our Tuesday edition, man. Great to have
I
you
know,
here.
right? It's weird. I'm not used to this
I didn't
working.
expect it. I was jumped on. Yeah, I was like, this works perfectly. Dee,
Yeah,
how was your weekend?
even the comments. Look, I got Rick Fluffy for 2 consecutive days. Yeah, right. I'm not used
What
to
is going
this.
on here?
Yeah,
what is
I
going
got
on here?
kidnapped. But anyway,
Overloadism.
I'm here. I'm going to be running this, I suppose, more like herding sheep, or I mean squirrels. You know, something like that. Everyone pretty much knows who I am at this point. What about you two? What can people find you?
So for me, like always,
Yeah.
on X, AP2Tay, and that's all my handles as well.
Okay, cool. Well, I am Dee, and I'm known as Cynical Latina, and I'm also only on X, and yeah, that's my home base.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mhm.
If for those of you that don't know, I am the team's degenerate. I post stupid stuff on _hobo. That's where I go. That's all it is. It's just memes. Honestly, it's just memes, and it some of them are pretty good, and other ones are pretty raunchy.
I love your memes.
Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, it's always a surprise with Fluffy.
That's just it. It's always a surprise. You never know what you get. I'm a Kinder toy in the little X form.
I love it.
All right. So how are you guys? You guys doing all right? You're doing good? You excited?
Yeah, man. I had a great weekend. I had some family in from South America, so got to spend some time with them. Then donated some plasma today, and then just working on a paper outline, and that's about it. All the
Paper
exciting things.
outline. Oh yeah, paper outline for college, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're both in college.
It's actually an interesting one. Maybe you want to help me out. It's I could change or just everything is going to be based on an amendment. I can make a new amendment, delete an amendment, or adjust an amendment.
Delete the 16th Amendment.
Why not the 19th?
The 16th Amendment is income tax.
Yeah, but why not the 19th? I don't know. I really haven't figured out. There's jokes on that one, but I really haven't figured out what
Amendment. The 19th Amendment is mostly a meme on the internet. I don't think it would change anything whatsoever. But the 16th Amendment is income tax. That can go away. That or only tax politicians.
Yes. Super down with that one.
Like, you really got to be invested to be a politician. Just to piss people off.
They make enough money.
I'm not too sure.
Well, if you're the Pelosi's, you make a lot of money. If anyone else, you're just kind of there.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
All right. You guys ready for the big story for tonight?
Let's run it.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. We're going to go with the second biggest story. Ukraine war end in sight. That's what we're going to go with. ABC News presents Zelensky expresses skepticism after Trump-Putin call, says partial ceasefire would be a positive. Oh, man. Pretty much, President Donald Trump spoke with Vladimir Putin on March 18th, today, to discuss U.S. proposed 30-day ceasefire in Ukraine to end the conflict. The White House stated that Putin supports Trump's idea for a mutual pause on energy infrastructure attacks, though he did not commit to the broader ceasefire in the Ukrainian accepted in the previous weeks. Both leaders agreed the war should end with lasting peace and emphasize improving U.S.-Russia relations. Here's a quote right here. This conflict should never have been started and should have ended long ago with sincere and good faith peace efforts from the White House. And I see this as a pretty good win. I really do. The Trump administration paused military aid and intelligence sharing with Ukraine, resuming only after Ukraine agreed to the ceasefire, while Putin conditioned peace on stopping foreign aid to Kiev, which, sure, you take the check away, fighters stop fighting, because any military guy would tell you, like, armies march on their bellies, or as far as at least logistics will take you. Negotiations for a full ceasefire and permanent peace are set to begin very soon with, I believe they're using the Middle East as a neutral ground to handle these peace talks, which is fairly common.
Yeah.
I think the last time we had peace talks, it was in Saudi Arabia as a neutral ground. Which
I think that's where actually, same place.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you got to be pretty ballsy to go after Saudi Arabia trying to be a neutral country. They have a lot of money and a lot of defense for a reason. They're one of the few countries that could be construed as fairly neutral across the world. But what do you guys think? Good move, bad move?
I think it's just kind of like the same thing that's I mean, it's a lateral move at this point.
Lateral? Okay.
It's the same. It's kind of in the same place. Well, I'm not saying it's a nothing. It's something happening with this, but more or less, what we're getting into with that being said is, nothing has been finalized yet. It's been talking. It's been going on talking.
Right.
Am I lagging, or is it just my computer?
It's you. I mean, your camera's lagging, but your audio isn't.
Okay. Okay, perfect. But yeah, we don't really know what is going on. As far as everything, we can only hear from the reports or, what is going to be the full final version of what the treaty is going to be. So once we have that, that's when it's finalized. And once we could see that,
I mean,
but
what about you, D?
Until that's said and done. But the fact that it's on the table, though, I think is phenomenal.
I kind of feel like if Zelensky doesn't back out, because I had seen a clip of him trying to say, basically 30 days isn't enough. We still need more money, and we need, our support for Ukraine to be funded. And it's like, no, you mean you want more money for the war? Like, you want to keep it going. So I don't know. For me, I kind of will believe it when I see it. If Zelensky doesn't back out like a bitch, then we'll see. We'll see.
Pretty much.
Yeah. He wants that money.
Absolutely, he wants that money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember seeing this somewhere,
I'm
maybe
just
somewhere
really
in the chat. And maybe somebody in the chat can bring this up or fact check me on this one. But I seen something that like we sent closer to like $380 million to Ukraine, something around that ballpark. And Zelensky can only account for 76 million of it. I heard this. I have not been able to fact check this one. So maybe somebody in the audience can bring that forward. But that is what I heard. And if that's the case, where did that money go? Right.
I thought
So
it
the
was billions.
Zelensky's pocket. I feel like he's gotta made some money off of it, or like kickbacks back to our government and our politicians, because it makes no damn sense if they would want to keep sending billions and billions and billions over there for nothing, and
What if it
they're
went back?
not winning. If they were winning, I would say, okay, we see some progress, but they're not winning. Just people are dying over there. They don't want to tell us how many people are actually dead. So I don't know. Like, why would you keep pouring billions of dollars into a losing war?
That's this. I actually know this one. It's the sunken fallacy program. So I used to be a card dealer at a casino, and I can tell you this for exactly the same point. People start losing, they start betting more, they start losing more, and they're like, I got to make it or break it sometime. And so they keep betting more to try and minimize their losses, and they just lose and lose and lose. Oh, here we go. Elizabethy's got us. Zelensky says Ukraine received 75 billion out of U.S. approved 177 billion.
Wow. So where's
Okay.
102? Is it 102 billion? Yeah.
Yes.
Where's the 102 billion?
Yeah.
See, what I think it is when the whole not the DE, the whole
USAID.
Yeah, the USAID thing came out. It showed that Soros was actually using that as almost like a funnel, like a laundering for his own money to charity.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a huge thing. I wonder if it just went back into his.
Biddy, lots of yachts.
Back to him. Because like all this money where they're like, oh, the U.S. government's sending money. It was like, no, it wasn't. It was just he was sending a portion of it, and then that was with America's. But it was just like a huge. I don't want to say it was laundering, or what it was, but it was half the money just going back into his wallet.
I wouldn't be surprised if we seen a receipt for the war and it goes transferring fees, processing fees, and it all goes to NGOs that's here in America.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised at all.
I really hope it doesn't.
I am not suicidal. I have no inclinations of ending my mortal coil. Watch out, Clintons.
Like I love life.
Yeah, and I'm slightly hungover from yesterday, so I'm doing great. Oh man! Oh, you guys missed it. I had this glass mason jar full of moonshine, and I was drinking it midstream.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just a little hungover.
No wonder you look so rosy.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Oh man, it's great. The only thing I know that cures a hangover is chocolate milk, so that's what I've been drinking.
Orange juice is great too. Actually, pre-workout. It's the niacin and the energy makes all your cells.
Pre-workout gives me the runs, man. I can't do it.
No, you got to do hair of the dog.
You're gonna have the runs anyway.
No. See okay, we're gonna go a small rant here. What I have figured out for myself that works great is you get one of them Campbell's condensed cans of chicken noodle soup. You don't even warm it up. You just crack that bitch open and down it the morning you wake up. Hangover gets half of what it used to be immediately.
Wow.
It sounds sickening because it's cold and it's soup. But man, does it work.
I think you're right on that.
Yeah.
The Pedialyte, that's the Pedialyte, but the what's it called? The freaking liquid IV. I don't know why I'm such a brain fart today.
Yeah, liquid
Liquid
IV
IV.
would work, but I mean, I grew up poor. Like a 99-cent can of chicken soup is great.
Yeah. Liquid IV is expensive.
What? No, it's
It
not.
tastes
It's
kinda
like it's like
gross.
25. It's $25 for a bag of like 90.
I bought some, but I bought it in a jar and it was $30, but it's like 90 something servings. So I'm gonna tell you how that goes.
Can of soup.
See?
89 cents.
We're talking like
I guess I'm built different. I don't know. You can take your fancy IVs. I'll take my soup. All right. So, to wrap it all up in a nice little pretty package, we will wait and see. But peace is better than war, so we will move on from there.
Yes.
All right, we've got
when something happens, it happens. Let's go.
Right. We will closely be monitoring the situation, waiting for our sources familiar with the matters. Okay, here we go. Trump versus judges. This one's great. I can't believe this is the epitome of I have power, damn it. Listen to me. This is exactly what this is. Chief Justice pushes back against the calls to impeach judge who rule against Trump. So if you missed it, a lower court judge tried to stop an airplane from going to, I believe it was El Salvador, with gang-related immigrants that were illegal, going to El Salvador to be held in prison there. This lower court justice pretty much said, I own the airspace, bring the plane back. In a nutshell, that's what happened. For context for this story.
Yep.
Chief Justice John Roberts issued a rare statement this morning rebuking President Donald Trump and his allies for calling to impeach judges who rule against the administration. Yeah, for more than 2 centuries, it's been established that impeachment is not the appropriate response for disagreement concerns for a judicial decision. The normal appellate review process exists for that purpose, Roberts said in a statement. However, when has ever judges worked in fact of how they're supposed to in the last, 10 years? Because it's always been, I have power too. Let me exert my power because small dick competition. And like, I'm important too. Rah, rah, rah. Pay attention to me. I'm on a tangent. I'm sorry. I don't like these people.
Okay.
I just think it's
My
wild.
will be done.
No, wasn't
so Trump
wasn't the czar?
You broke up there. What?
I said, wasn't what's his face even saying? He's like, yeah, once it's in the air, it's like I control the borders, but once it's over international waters, that's it.
Yeah.
Like the airplane.
Yeah, like this is the perfect Star Wars meme. You have no power here. I think it was Star Wars. I could be mixing up my movies. I don't know.
I think it was Lord of the Rings.
You shall not.
No, you shall not pass is not the one.
No, it's not that. He says you have no power here, Gandalf the Grey.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was the king that was all, and then Wormwood was like whispering in his ear, like.
Yeah, you're right. It was a Lotar thing. Okay. Yeah. The nerds will hate
you.
I don't really care. The last movie I watched was Boondock Saints. The first one.
That's a good one.
Like,
okay, you're a dork too.
I don't watch movies. I know, and that was the last time I watched a movie. And when that was in theaters, like I don't watch movies. Period.
Oh hell.
Like, I know the Deadpool movie only because I've seen clips. That's it. That's all I know. I have never seen a Deadpool movie.
You got to. It's right up your alley.
Dude, you're missing it. You're missing it.
No, because I love seeing your guys' reaction of like, you haven't seen this? What the hell? This is the reason why I don't see them.
I love that too.
Movie really is.
The world is here for my entertainment. All right, so what else we got with this shit bill? Trump. Fuck. Trump allies, including Rep. Brandon Gill from Texas, has supported these calls with Gill introducing impeachment articles against, I'm going to butcher this guy's name, Bozeberg, over his ruling. I don't respect the man enough.
Bozo.
Robert's statement reflects the broader defense of judicial independence, echoing his past rebukes of Trump, such as in 2018 over criticism of judges. But I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Trump's kind of been, how do I put this? Under a lot of scrutiny from judges pretty much his whole political lifetime. So
Yeah.
All of it. No, I've never heard of it. That's wild. That's news to me.
I know, right? It's so weird. It's like somebody drop kicked a hornet's nest.
I don't know. I feel like we need to get these judges like the world's smallest, like tiny little gavels, so that they could feel, like no, like a lower judge does not, like their opinion does not supersede that of the president that was elected. Like they weren't elected. Nobody even knows who this fucker is. Like we barely even saw a picture of him and known of his existence because he turned around and did this, and then he's like, my will be done. And it's like, dude, who are you?
He
Now,
whined and
I
complained,
wonder
and now
if
we're
this guy,
talking
this
about him.
Roberts guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if this Roberts guy has ever posted or said something anywhere where there's like that's been reported on the internet when he was like impeach Trump.
Do we have a
Because
picture
there would
of
be
this
some irony
Robert
to that.
or who was his name? Judge James Bobazerberg. I don't know.
So
He looks like Lurch.
I
He
kind of
kinda
want to
looks
see
like
a photo of
Lurch.
him. My producer's working on it. I can see him working on the back end. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I think he was upset because he's like, oh, just because the plane is in international water, that means my ruling, my judgment isn't like valid anymore. No, it's not valid. It was never valid to begin with. Like what you say doesn't matter.
You're making my election harder. Stop it, Trump.
See, he looks like Lurch.
Oh my God. This dude jerks off with sandpaper and icy hot.
Yeah.
This guy looks
Holy
This guy looks
hell.
like he's the reason why there's a chair that faces the bed in hotel rooms.
This should be nowhere near a children's hospital.
He does look. He looks like a pedo. Like those. He's got the crazy eyes.
It's the smile that's doing it for me. It's that side
Yeah.
smile. Is this a guy from Boston? He's from
Smile.
Yale College.
Uh,
Where is this guy located at? District of Columbia.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, he could be from Boston. That gives it that slight like undercut. I'm gonna screw you over on this used car, like kind of smile. Like, yeah, I just locked you in for a 14%, car loan.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, I don't mean to make fun of people on their personal appearance, but dude, look, I understand the balding is going down, but like, just give up at some point. I'm gonna have to give up at some point.
Oh my gosh.
Whew. Maybe this is what I should do for the rest of my life. Just make fun of judges by their appearance and their stupid shit they do.
I mean, that sounds legit.
Oh, no, actually, I think he's just mad he wasn't invited to the Diddy party.
Probably.
All
He wanted to get in.
He was out there
outside
holding
the
like
door
this whole pack of
that.
beers, like, "Hey guys, I think you guys forgot
Let
me
me
outside."
in. I'm cool too.
Oh, man, we're getting to the meat and potatoes of today. Okay.
Oh.
This is going to be a hard segue here. JFK assassination records have been officially released today. Actually, I think it was released almost 2 hours ago. I started to look through them. So far, because there's 1,023, I think, 1,123 entries. That's how many PDFs are there.
Holy shit.
And each PDF contains about 6 to 12 pages.
Wow.
I got probably about 6 or 7 down and went, this is all Cold War related wartime tactic stuff that we're reading the CIA was involved in. I personally have not seen anything related to JFK just yet. It was only CIA operations during that time period. Whether or not this is a good thing, I know we have a guy on staff right now working on going through the files. And if he sees anything, he's probably supposed to be sending it to us right away for us to bring it up. But he's working on it. But this is a lot of files to go through.
Yeah.
Now, if our lovely producer would go to show, instead of 10 entries, go to show all entries. And then I believe it is about I think it's 50 down. I seen something that was interesting in there. It has a different PDF name than that one right there. C693208.
Okay.
Yeah. That one caught my interest. It should load up into a new page, I believe, onto a different tab. So this is right here. It just says JFK Assassination System Identification Form. This was discussed between members of senior division concerning Oswald Stay and Holozinski. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but this is essentially the CIA admitting that they knew Oswald left the country and he was a person of interest. That's what this whole thing breaks down to. There's not a whole lot, like a lot of it's technical jargon, but there are some key details. But it's weird in the fact that this one PDF was named something different from all the other PDFs, and it just happened to be part of the JFK assassination detail.
Yeah.
I wonder if the details actually have like something set up like that, like to where
maybe
so it's easier identifiable.
Right. It could be. Now, essentially, Oswald went to a USSR consulate, and this details like eyewitness reports and reports from the handlers that were in the USSR watching Oswald while he was there. That is to my understanding. I could be completely wrong on this one, though. But it is, like it says right here, it takes 25 minutes to drive to the airport down to Helsinki. By taxi, it would take more than 5 minutes. They were pretty much watching for how he would get to a certain location. Like, that's how detailed they went on this.
Yeah.
I don't really mean to derail a whole lot. I just know this one paper caught my attention.
Yeah. It's funny because according to Grok, so far they're pointing out, yes, Oswald's activity, and like the CIA monitoring, also a trip in 1963 to Mexico City, where he contacted the Soviet and Cuban emissaries. There's also highlights of agency failures with communication between the FBI and the CIA. It says conspiracy hints. So some documents mention mafia ties, possibly linked to Kennedy's crackdown on organized crime. Vague references to a second shooter at the grassy knoll. A persistent conspiracy theory, blah, blah. Ballistic evidence, however, continues to support Oswald as a sole shooter with no conclusive proof of additional gunmen. And then so far, they're saying that there's no bombshells that are going to be expected. According to Grok, like, who knows? Also, 2,400 newly inventoried records, about 14,000 pages, were identified during preparation for this release. So there's an additional 14,000 pages. So it's raising questions why they were overlooked for decades. And
because we were never supposed to know. We were never supposed to know. That's why.
Just like what Grok has so far. Yeah, that's what Grok has so far. I imagine like uploading these things to AI and having it all break down and telling you what it actually says is going to be kind of trippy. But like, if there's nothing really conclusive in any of these documents, why were they hiding it for so long? There has to be something in there that's significant.
So most of the documents that I was skimming through and picking at random, most of them have to deal with the Cuban Missile Crisis, the USSR and communism and socialism working around, and the CIA subversion of those projects and programs.
Mhm.
That is what I was picking, just randomly selecting PDFs to kind of see if there was some kind of timeline going through, which so I can narrow down the JFK thing. But like
Yeah.
for the most part, all of it was just like, this is our talk to an informant. This is our plan moving forward. There's intelligence saying USSR is doing this, and then we're going to do this in response if this is the case. That's what a lot of these PDFs are. Because when we said we want all of the files, well, we got all the files.
Yeah.
There was no narrowing it down. Like, no, we just wanted the JFK. Okay, so you wanted during all of JFK's presidency. Got it. Like,
This is like looking at like a text thread. Like every time you say like LOL, that's one thing. So you why it's so massive. No, seriously, that's exactly what this is. There's no subfiles or anything like this.
I don't
I'm sure
expect
there's
there to be an answer of what's going on with these files until tomorrow, after the autistic army has read through it and started posting on X. You're laughing, but I'm right.
Yeah,
The
no, I
Rangers.
mean, yeah,
The
I
Riri
love
Rangers
it,
get
yeah.
to it. Yeah, I think you're right on this one.
The Riri Rangers.
Oh, God.
But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you hear. It's like, oh, there's one bullet, but they found one in the seat, and then they found one in the other guy that got shot in his cot when they were rolling him out to the ambulance. And so there's that, and that's the big thing that I just actually learned about that. I just thought there was one, but they ended up finding two. I think this whole thing is going to be the webbing. That's everything's going to be put together.
My only theory is somehow SIG managed to take their new gun they made for the police force and transfer it back in time, so it randomly went off as a patrolman's gun. Because those guns have been known to go off randomly, even though they have a manual safely.
Oh, no.
Just randomly goes off.
I swear that never happens.
My producer's making gang signs in the background. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, hell.
I'm tired. What do you want from me?
I think we'll have it by Friday.
I'm pretty sure we will too. If anything, there's going to be a lot of people who have been watching the JFK files for a long time. I would personally look at Luke Rakowski and We Are Change Media, because he's definitely going to be down the rabbit hole figuring this all out. And then if he doesn't have something concrete by Friday, odds are there's not going to be a whole lot. That's my going theory. I trust Luke to do at least this because he's been very adamant about it for years. So, I mean,
yeah, this is a big deal. This is like the coming of the Messiah for like the conspiracy theorists.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm waiting for the hologram in the moon to disappear.
Oh, okay.
Now I triggered the weirdos on the internet.
Oh, there you go. Another win for Fluffy.
No, but I'm saying this is literally like that big of a deal for these guys. I really hope you don't find it. Like I'm to one extent, I really want us to find something really obscene and wild. And I was like, there's a reason why it hasn't been like sent out to like the whole world. But if it is that bad, or maybe it's good that if something genuinely just doesn't exist, you know, I kind of want both things to happen at the same time. I'm not too sure.
I wonder if there will be anything about Marilyn Monroe in there.
Well, I'm sure there is.
Oh, he for sure tapped that ass.
Oh, of course he did.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's even a question? No.
He said it.
Yeah.
She's the only woman in all of history to wear a potato sack and made it look sexy. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, no, for real. She was something else. She was, but yeah, I mean, there's so many conspiracy theories too around her death, you know, so who knows? I mean, it would be interesting if there was something in there about her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure
We'll see. I'm kind of 50-50 on this. I think that we're either going to see something devastating and it's going to be explained in a very weird way because that's the only way it makes sense, which is going to cause questions on how it's being explained, or there's going to be nothing and the government is like, see, we told you it was nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Believe us. Yeah. Cool. Don't mind us burning the papers behind us.
You know what? At least it didn't.
We're just trying to stay warm over here.
At least the JFK files didn't come out to like social media influencers and fucking binders, like going like, "We got one."
Yeah, that optic will never go away.
No,
That's
that
always
was
been a weird thing.
so bad. That was so bad.
What if the JFK files came out and said it was aliens that did it?
I mean,
I don't think anyone would even bat an eye. We've even told them that, like, hey, aliens are real.
What is the boss doing up on screen?
Oh, look at
The
that.
aliens are here.
Hey, random surprise. Hey, you guys need to stop talking about the CIA. Why is there two of them? It is the CIA.
What is
Oh my
going
god,
on?
maybe
We've
it's the
been
aliens.
invaded
Like
by the
he split and multiplied. Like, fuck.
That's a clip.
That was his warning.
Oh, dude.
This is like it just peeks in. It's just like, watch yourself.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great clip later.
What
Random
just
mess-ups.
happened? That's great.
Oh man. Anything else you guys want to talk about with the JFK files?
Oh, I think we
it's,
rounded it
you know,
up pretty
it's
well.
Kind of
All right.
is what it is. There's a lot of fucking files. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so the next one up is Israel resumes airstrikes in Gaza. Yay. Just what we want.
Who would have
Peace
saw that
deals
coming?
on the front, more war in the back. Yay. Can you tell by my voice I'm really excited for this? This is probably something stupid. Actually, no, not really. I believe if I understand correctly, somebody threw a stone at one of our boats and we retaliated on purpose. I mean, yeah. So what do we got here? Israel strikes in Gaza Strip eliminated the head of Hamas government and the other key terrorist leaders in a wave of violence following the collapse of the ceasefire agreement. Israel forces announced Tuesday. Okay, so, all right. The IDF and the ISA, also known as Shin Bet, said in a joint statement. That's what it says. Look, don't look at me. I don't get paid to name these things. I'm making so much more money if I did.
Good effort. A for effort.
Right. In a joint statement, the airstrikes eliminated, I'm not even going to butcher that name, head of Hamas government and the most senior figure of authority in the Gaza Strip. Okay. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu office stated the strikes were a response to Hamas rejecting the proposal from U.S. envoy and other mediators. The IDF launched a primitive strike on mid-ranking Hamas commanders and infrastructure. I have seen several things from Hamas, and saying that they have Hamas commanders is a strong statement in its own. They're more of like who can give the better orders than commanders. They're kind of funny to watch, to be honest. Some of them are. Granted, I know some things are lost in translation, but you remember those old lip sync movies? Like you see somebody speaking in Japanese, and then like the subtitles are in the bottom, and it doesn't match the mouth. That's how bad these videos are. So I have to like take back some of that because, like, okay, maybe they're not the greatest interpretations, but like, man, I don't think these people could lead themselves out of a paper bag. It's pretty bad. Like they didn't know which way north was for almost a good 2 minutes with a compass sitting on the table. Like, wow.
So how long was this ceasefire for, though?
I believe it was for 30 days. The ceasefire that was going on during the proposal was for 30 days. And once it collapsed, it just went back to the 17-month war.
Mm.
Hamas had previously released dozens of hostages in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners during the ceasefire. Yeah. So it began in January, so it's a little over 30 days.
That last part that you just said, that's the wild part. 2,000 for a dozen.
Yeah.
It's hostages. Because that makes sense. But watching like the Palestinian hostages going back end up being like plumper, like better in shape. Like, oh my god, we had all the amenities and air conditioning and we weren't stoned.
I always think it's
We want to
funny.
get released back over there.
No, I'm just saying, like, I always thought it's funny. It's like a lot of leftist personalities are like, we must support Palestine and Hamas and whatnot. It's like, yeah, go over there with your gay shit, see what happens.
Yeah.
Their culture does not approve of your culture.
No, every time.
Yeah, set on fire, thrown off buildings. Yeah, it doesn't sound too fun. But you know, I think like Hamas and everything, they've got their priorities up. That's why they can't figure shit out. Like, you know, like when you would see like back in the day in The Simpsons, and you would look at like they would show inside Homer's head, and he just had that little monkey like in there going like this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the Hamas, these Palestinian terrorists, all they have like in their heads is like a goat, like a big booty goat, you know, just kind of like turning around and kind of.
That's going to be a caption this one of these days.
Yeah, that's what they got. Or what is it? Or is it the big booty sheep or something? Yeah, one of those. Like
No,
that's what
they're
thinking
that
about.
look like they just got like a
BBL.
BBL.
It brings a whole
Yes, there you go.
to the BBLs.
That's what the BBLs. Like they're like saying like "Hey, Daddy" and like goat talk, you know.
Big booty lambs.
I don't think they discriminate between, you know, like I don't know, goats and sheep. Like there's all the same, you know.
That's racist or some shit.
Well,
I don't
that's
really
why
care.
they're not being
It's
racist.
funny.
They're not discriminating between either of them, you know. Like,
They're being diverse. They're diversely screwing all the animals and bestiality.
Yes, I mean, yeah, whatever it is, if it's a donkey, a horse, a goat, a sheep, dogs, I don't know, it's chickens.
There was an interesting news story I seen about that where a man sodomized a chicken while his wife was recording the video.
Oh,
It was a wild story.
yikes.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that one.
Yeah, I'll let that live in your head rent free. I'm good on that one.
I'm going to share it on Twitter tomorrow.
I'm literally just trying
Everyone's going to forget about it and it's going to pop up.
Blank
I hope
brain
I
right
don't
now.
see
I'm
that.
just thinking of nothing.
No.
Did I search that? No, it came across on a meme channel on mine.
Like, oh, my eyes. I need some eye bleach.
And need a lot more than eye bleach. You're going to need LASIK after that.
I already had LASIK. It'll deteriorate my eyeballs further.
I've thought about getting
Laser them
LASIK.
out. Fuck it. I don't need my eyes.
You're gonna need a lot of antidepressants after that.
I mean, I can make fun of Hamas all day. I can also make fun of Israel
Happy
all
stuff?
day. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they all deserve criticism.
Want to talk about some happy stuff
you
now?
know?
We
Wait,
got
what?
happy stuff? What do we got for happy
Oh,
stuff?
It's insane.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you gotta pick a side.
Oh, okay.
Then the next segment or the next thing to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of people dying.
World is healing. So NASA, the astronauts stranded for 9 months, finally returned to Earth with, I believe this was a coordination between SpaceX and NASA. I think this was. Okay. NASA astronauts. Excuse me. They had friends. NASA astronaut Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, along with Nick Haug. Sure, I'm good with words. And
Yeah.
oh, geez, Ros Kamokosos. I can't pronounce these names right. I'm bad at names. So essentially, the plan was to go up to fix Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, collect the astronauts, and bring them safely back to Earth. And the best way they could do that was with SpaceX Dragon capsule, which was designed to be landed in water, I believe, like most space return vessels are. And it worked. And they landed back on Earth.
Hey.
And as far as I can tell, 0 casualties. The Challenger is jealous.
That is a happy thing. Considering all
And
the
splashdown, Crew 9 back on Earth.
And SpaceX Freedom, splashdown. Good main release.
Copy splashdown. We see main chutes cut. Nick, Alex, Butch, Sunny, on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
So, do they technically own the world's longest skydive record then?
Probably.
I think
Yeah.
that belongs to what's it called? I think that belongs to Red Bull.
I mean, Red Bull sponsored NASA.
This might be a contender.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, this might be.
I mean, they only landed from fucking space. Like
So how
the
was
one
that?
dude did it from
Did it
low
go up?
orbit. These guys came from space.
Oh, so they
But-
came from ISS, and then that capsule is
Yes.
what came from the station. Okay.
As far as I
Yeah.
understand, yes.
What a trip. Like they were stuck up there for 9 months. Like I wonder, because I've heard of like when you're in zero gravity, when you actually come down into gravity, you're like in a lot of pain, like your limbs and stuff.
Mhm.
I wonder how they're gonna feel like being back under the pressure of our atmosphere. Like, wow, they probably feel like shit.
Have you ever had a weighted blanket wrapped around you?
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's something like that,
yeah.
except much heavier.
Feel like you have like a constant hug.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, so like you can see how weak they are. So odds
Yeah.
are they're using
Muscles
muscles they're not used to
insane.
using.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can understand his arms. I can understand the arms still have strength to them because you're using them more
Yeah,
in
they're
space.
like pulling themselves around and stuff.
Yeah, but like the legs, there's no real support. So when they land, I can only assume it's like I think everyone's done this at least once. You remember that merry-go-round thing in the park where it spins and it's a spinning disc of death? You get that
Yeah.
going real good and you're hanging on to it and you fall off. It's just like that feeling of uneasy. I'm assuming that's what they're experiencing.
Yeah, I mean that sounds that sounds crazy.
That, and I'm wondering if the gurneys that they're using is for safety precautions in case they hurt something and they didn't realize it.
I mean that's very
'Cause that
possible.
Be a thing too.
Well, also they're
I mean-
on a ship. They're going up and down, and they haven't supported themselves in forever. You know.
Right.
So
Well, and I don't think I'm not assuming landing on water is a very safe thing to do. I'm assuming the impact could also do something to you. Just a
There's a lot
theory.
of- I go deep sea. I go deep sea fishing fairly often, where I'll go like 80 miles out, and you know, you're rising up and down like 15, 20 feet. It doesn't seem like it, but you really need to have like the sea legs, as generic as that sounds. So them being
Yeah.
up there where they're just floating around, that muscular dystrophy, like you're saying, they're balanced, even on their organs. They're just free floating on
Yeah.
their chest. So I'm sure there's gonna be definitely some discomfort. Like
I wonder if
100%.
there's
There's no way.
I wonder if there's mag boot technology that people are working on, so like this issue doesn't happen anymore. Because then you would still be walking. There's no gravity, but you'd still be walking on the metal
Yeah.
parts. It'd be interesting.
Well, that would just work out on like your legs,
Right.
you know.
Today, NASA astronauts
Or like
journeyed
an
back
exosuit.
involving a fall from orbit speed of a 17,500 to a gentle splashdown speed of 15. Okay. anybody who's been in a low speed impact of a car crash knows that can be deadly too. So like, caution on the side of error. We don't want to make a new spectacle out of this.
I mean, going 50 miles an hour and you crash into somebody else, like there's still damage. You could still get whiplash and all that fun stuff from it. So I don't know. I don't know.
Like we were talking about the other day with that girl on her motorcycle.
Girl on a motorcycle?
Yeah, there's this gorgeous girl. She became an OF model, OnlyFans girl. But she was like a neurosurgeon or a neurosurgeon tech or something. Gorgeous girl. But she's riding on a motorcycle and she hit a parked car, pigeon flew in her chest. She went flying like 200 feet. Holy God, fuck. I don't know how fast you have to be going to fly 260 feet, but
probably about 80.
She tore herself up pretty well. She had to have plastic surgery, like reconstructive surgery on her face, but she still looked really pretty afterwards. So it's like,
oh, so what you're saying is now her original OnlyFans are now considered retro.
Yeah, and not only that, she's probably gonna make more money on OnlyFans now that she's got them scars. Like,
I can already see it now.
Wounded, I'm broken. Come fix me.
I can already see it now.
Give me your money.
The video titled "Woman Gets Fucked by Pavement." Like I can already see the title.
Oh my
God! You're welcome. And that's for you, internet. You might be fast, but Rule 34 artists are faster.
Damn. Ooh.
I wonder what the fastest time that's been transcribed over. There has to be a general record for the fastest place that has ever taken place. The fastest amount of time.
What? The Rule 34?
Yeah.
I mean, to my understanding, the fastest record is 16 hours. Because when Skyrim first came out, within 16 hours, a nude patch came out. So you could actually play the game with nude mods. So that's my record. That's the fastest I could see it happening. Random game lore that nobody needs to know.
Yeah. I figured that much.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of figuring stuff out, let's bring up today's caption.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready for this? All right. We've got. I have no idea. Is this a T-Bone submission? I feel like this is a T-Bone submission. I mean, look how dapper that chimp is.
I don't know. Maybe he could be like the mean grandpa. He looks kind of mad.
So everybody listening, your job is to come up with a caption for this image here. And if your caption wins, it will be put onto a contest against other captions, which may or may not go onto a t-shirt. I am thoroughly stumped on this one.
Yeah. I always feel a little stumped initially, but gosh.
The only thing I can come up with is, hey, Jim, you dropped your balls.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something about your balls. Like, that's a lot of balls.
Huh. But while this is going on, Michael Jackson, friend bubble net, some other Hollywood pal. What? What?
Yeah. Yeah, because Michael Jackson's chimp was named Bubbles.
Okay. I guess when you get all the money in the world, you can do whatever you want with it, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that could be part of like Michael Jackson's zoo. Like Michael Jackson had like a whole petting zoo, didn't he?
If you call children petting zoo material, then yeah.
Wow, that's dark.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I touch my soul for a minute?
Oh boy.
Ah.
Oh boy.
I got nothing.
I keep looking at this going, there's something here, but
Yeah.
nothing is speaking to me.
I'm trying to figure out how that putter's there.
First off, that's not a
Yeah.
putter. There.
That is
Well,
a putter.
that club or whatever is like,
What's an A
and
on
I
it?
mean, also if you look,
Why it's
that
upside
elephant's
down?
only got that elephant's got 3 legs. He's missing a whole leg. I mean, there could be some jokes right there.
You know what would make this funnier?
Oh
If on the
my!
elephant's face was JD Vance's face.
There you go.
Keep the meme alive.
What was that all about? I just saw a bunch of like his memes being shared everywhere, but I wasn't sure what was behind it.
Leftists were trying to be like, haha, I'm making fun of your VP, and the right wing people were like, that's hilarious, let's do more. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
When
good
your
job,
caddy
Bash.
insists you use the trunk shot, that is pretty good. I like it.
Rick, I'm getting a hold of Aaron. Hold on. Aaron
our
always
residential
wins
meme
these.
maker.
Yes.
You guys want to workshop a FAFO Friday with me while we're waiting for submissions?
I mean, sure.
All right. If you were to listen to a podcast, would you be more inclined to listen one if it was about femboy dominatrix or lesbians that hate themselves?
Probably lesbians that hate themselves.
Neither.
It's like neither.
You said, "Would you
Well, because
rather?" Okay, you
the lesbians, they
you have
always
to
hate
pick
themselves. They're
one.
just always angry. The lesbians are just always forever angry.
They are, and maybe that's why they hate themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. So then it's if you do have a lesbian on it, then it's just gonna turn out to her just be like me, and nobody wants to hear about that because it's just like blah 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 blah.
Yes, and they're penis
femboys, it's
envy.
like, yeah, huge penis envy.
Dude, huge
inverted
penis envy. There you go. I mean, yeah.
What about medium for like normal size or large size, small size envy?
I don't know. They're just yeah.
But then also the dominant, like the ladyboy thing would be like, okay, like it's like I've gone to an FK club where I just had a conversation so many times, but I always end up hearing something wild like every time.
What are you doing at gay clubs?
I have a lot of friends that are gay, and
like
I
the
used to
story.
live across the street from Pulse. Yeah, I used to live across the street.
I mean, I can't say much. I was a bartender at a gay bar.
So then, like in Orlando,
I made a lot of
Orlando,
trips
like,
there.
Yeah, going to gay bar here is like going to like a dive bar.
Man, I made so much money as a bartender because I would lean into it and play on it. I'm like, oh no, guys, I got my shirt wet. What am I gonna do? Oh, I leaned into that shit.
No, you might wet shit. Those guys made wild money.
Oh yeah.
Insane.
All right, what we got here? Nice hat, schmuck. They said golf was a gentleman's game, but never specified which species. When your caddy insists you use the trunk shot. You ever seen that one? Why is it on it twice?
I don't know.
Oh, we got Rumble. Okay, cool. Stop trying to use my trunk to put what?
To putt.
Oh, to putt. Okay. I still can't make a shot even with you made the hole bigger.
Oh,
I'm the one
big
with the
holes.
opposable thumbs. This big mother effer. This big fucker gets to play while I hold his junk.
Oh, that's still pretty good, Biddy. She did a whole dialogue. Look at that.
Right? And I thought I was
It's
the one
like
with autism here.
it's all cohesive. Like I like it. It's like almost like a little story.
And she's role
Like what?
playing with herself right now.
Yeah. What happens next, Biddy?
And next, the
I need to
elephant
know.
realized that the elephant also has superior strength over the chimp and violently assaults it with the golf club.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's gonna show him where that putt can go.
Later on, the CIA got involved and the elephant went into witness protection.
Oh damn.
All I'm
Oh
listening to
damn.
is like the chimp getting like beat up, but making the DK from the Super Nintendo sound. He's like, you know what sound I'm talking about, right?
Kinda, yeah.
When he gets messed up.
Yeah, I kind of know.
From fuck. I wish I could make these.
All right, so which ones you guys liking?
I like biddies.
Yeah?
Where's the boss man's?
Boss man got none.
He's on his way going back to space. Let's see, Roma.
I kind of like the caddy, though. When your caddy insists you use the trunk shot. I kind of like that
That
one.
one's good too. Yeah, that one's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that, like 1 and 2.
Yes, we've mentioned the elephant only has 3 legs.
Yeah, I mentioned that, Rick. I mean, technically, he could use his trunk as the 4th.
This could be from the chimp's perspective, but this is the last goddamn time I do a Make-A-Wish campaign. Because the elephant's only got 3 legs.
Under the moonlit night. with
Romance is
3 legs.
alive and well under a moonlit
Yeah.
night. I mean, they got all they need. Balls,
do.
holes, and long shafts.
Yeah. That's a pretty big hole. You got opposable thumbs. Yeah, opposable thumbs, a trunk, a big, thick trunk. Got the moonlight. Such a romantic setting, you know?
All right, so we got a poll going here, right? So we got 1 for the opposable thumbs, 2 for the trunk shot, and then are we adding biddies onto this too? So 3. Well, no, that's the opposable thumbs. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, opposable thumbs is bitty.
All right, so 1 in the chat. If you like the opposable, I'm the one with opposable thumbs, and this big fucker gets to play while I hold his junk. 2 in chat for when your caddy insists you use the trunk shot. Let your chats aflow.
Oh, and then Tay posted his too. This time I actually saw it in the one chat. Tay posted, "Listen, chimp, I told you mine was longer." Oh. So 1 thumb, 2 trunk.
Chimp is like, yeah, whatever.
A thumb and a trunk. Oh. All right. I'm gonna go with biddies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 1 as well.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna vote for 2. Is it gonna be a runoff vote?
You know what? It's very possible. Let's see.
We're patiently awaiting the results.
Did you literally type Juan? Say
Juan.
Yes.
Juan.
We won one. Yeah, Juan. We won one.
But he
I
didn't spell
forget what
it.
comedian did that skit, but that was hilarious.
He didn't spell it like with a J. He spelled it with an H. So Huan. Juan.
Fine.
Oh. So you got Juan. Oh my god.
Fucking Biddy posted. Not many can make a potato sack look this good. As my friend, she tagged me, says, and it's a picture of Marilyn Monroe with the potato sack she's wearing. God damn it, Biddy.
Damn it.
Thumbs have 3, trunk has 2. You're down to the last wire here, people. Get your votes in.
Mhm.
Oh man, Biddy, quit flirting with me. I'm live.
Oh dang. Dang.
See, I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking about the potato sack thing.
No, I was not. Totally wasn't.
No, it's a real thing.
What? Biddy posted that?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go look. What is this? Biddy.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly with the history on it, a magazine, I think it was one of the magazine companies with fashion, said that Marilyn Monroe only looks good because she has the high dollar dresses and the high dollar makeup. And so she went and got a potato sack and just dressed up in it. Obviously, it had some stitching done to it, but totally put a potato sack on and published that photo and
Wow.
proved them wrong. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I have my favorite picture of Marilyn Monroe, and I don't know, they had it hung up at my work, and everybody that walked by and looked at that picture is like, what the fuck? 'Cause it looks like she's standing behind a cock and balls. And I was always like, where the hell did she take this? And it's at some like it's up in Canada somewhere.
Yep, there
I
we go.
found it-
Thank you, our lovely producer.
There you go. Oh, I gotta find this picture of Marilyn Monroe now. But I even shared it to my boss because I was like, you have to sell me that picture one day. And he was like, no. But I'm like, I'm gonna find out where this goes, where this picture came from, because it just looks so damn wrong. But it's part of a big like construction that held a sign. You don't see that. She's just leaning up against it, and it almost looks like a tree, but it looks like it's got balls and it's part of a penis, and it's just like, whoa. So I gotta find it.
I got enough curves. I might be able to cosplay as Marilyn Monroe in a potato sack.
Hell yeah, why
You
not?
pull it off. And then if you put those like curls, but like in your beard, like those wavy curls like she has in her hair.
Oh yeah, I could. I totally could.
Dude, that would.
Okay, so I know you might not be able to see
would
this
win.
all that great on screen, but like check out that picture and tell me that does not look like a giant wee wee.
Okay.
Right now it's a small movie. Wait a second.
Nope. Hi, I'm in the big screen now.
Yeah, look at you.
It's because I'm fat.
Oh my god.
All right, put it back up.
But this is what it actually was. So it was, again, it might be kind of hard to see, but she was on a sign. But
It's a chode.
I know it totally looks like
I can see it.
Yeah, it looks like a PB. It
Aaron,
looks
why
very
was I summoned?
questionable.
Because there was a caption this and you missed it.
Yeah, Aaron, where were you at?
She was probably busy tending her little puppies.
Oh.
I say little puppies. They're pretty large German shepherds.
Oh. I've got a mini pack, but my little dogs are Tiny. Tiny. Yeah. And I just shaved them so they look even smaller.
Aaron with the punchline.
Oh, there you go. An average Doge employee.
Alrighty then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think the winner is Biddy.
Hey, Biddy.
Yes. Oh, I'm the one with opposable thumbs, and this big fucker gets to play while I hold his junk. There you go.
Holding the junk.
All right, let's bring this to a close. What's your final thoughts? We'll start with ladies first. D, what's your final thoughts?
Well, you know what? I'm really happy that the astronauts are finally back home. You know, they were out there for a long time, and I'm glad to see them home. All the other mess, I mean, I guess we'll just wait and see and see what happens with the RFK files, or I'm sorry, the JFK files. I got my guys all confused on my Kennedys. But anyways, yeah, other than that, like everything else is all kind of like a toss up too. We'll just have to wait and see. And you know, I wouldn't hold my breath on anything until we actually see something done, because Zelensky can't be trusted. That little midget, like, you can't trust him as far as you could throw his ass. So yeah, fuck that guy. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night, and you could find me at Cynical Latina on X, and I'm here always trolling, so keeping it real.
Good. All right, Tay, what's your final thoughts?
Yeah, nothing too really far off. You know, like I've been saying in the past, you know, leading up to even the ceasefire, we'll see how that goes. No surprise as far as the shooting, and I'm just really crossing my fingers that something juicy and awesome comes out with these Kennedy finals, or it's a nothing burger, because I don't know. It could go completely two different types of ways, but I'm just to find out, like, just to lay it to rest. So that's just kind of where I'm at. You know, it's pretty much short and simple on that one.
Where can people find you?
Oh yes, of course. I thought you were gonna keep going off of that one.
No.
But yeah, no. Find me on X. You know, AP2Tay. That's my handle for everything. So very, very simple. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty
So my final thoughts are, I'm waiting for the army of autisms to dive through the JFK files. We'll have something by Friday, probably Saturday, on what's going on with this. And then from there, we will probably have a re-up thing of like, hey, JFK files, this is what we found, and go from there. Or it's going to be JFK files came out, it's a nothing burger, moving on with our life. I mean, that's kind of where
we need the Epstein files.
Right. Also, before we leave, you can find me at Fluffy_Hobo. I post memes and dumb shit. It's kind of a pile of dumb shit. But yes, if you wish to talk to any of us, you can reach us on X, or you can join this lovely thing called a Discord, which you can go to riseofmiddleamerica.com to join us. Right there, riseofmiddleamerica.com. There you go. Down below, you'll see a button where it says join us. Oh, yeah, there's all of our hosts. And at the very bottom, oh, well, there's no join Discord button? I thought there was. Oh, there it is. Right there at the very bottom. Of course it is. But you can also buy merch from it. Mm-hmm. Yes, we've got merch. So all the caption this articles ends up becoming t-shirts. I still like the free parking t-shirt, as well as the Do You Bend It t-shirt. That one's a good one. Baby Hunter t-shirt's a good one too.
Right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I got my hat and my shirt, and then here's my other hat that I also ordered because I had to get more than one.
Way to represent.
They're badass. They're badass. And here's my Roman Nation t-shirt.
There you go.
The cool
QR code.
My cool QR
code. You show your friends.
Yeah, the hat has one too, but it's like got Romanation on the sign. I think the QR code is, I don't know. It was on the other side, I think, or maybe not. But anyways, it looks cool. So
Yeah. All right. With that, I think we're good to go. Shout out to Birdwell on X. I think I'm butchering his handle. What is it? Birdwell T55. I'm butchering it. Go ahead and bring the banner up because I never see it. It's just get off my lawn on X is all I ever see it as. So I'm not familiar with it. But shout out to him. he runs this show. All right, well, with that, we will be back tomorrow at what time? 8 p.m.? 9 p.m. Eastern? That's right. I'm on a different time zone, so it's hard for me to track sometimes. All righty, well, with that, good night, everybody. Stay safe out there, and thanks for being here. None of this is possible without you.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.